We talk a lot about the NBA on this podcast. The NBA is in trouble. Game 3 of the NBA Finals was the least watched NBA Finals game in NBA history. I mean, what the fuck? It had less than 6 million viewers. That's atrocious. The NBA can't even get Americans, not even global citizens, to watch their biggest draw, LeBron James. Can't even do it. And I suspect that a lot of the political propaganda is coming back to bite them in the pockets. Now, we don't get too political. I don't get too political because, unfortunately, when you get political, people get emotional. So there's no right or wrong when it comes to emotions. It's all about how you feel. But numbers, money, that's objective. That's what I'm sticking with. It's clear to me that there's a combination of things. I'm not just going to blame it on the politicizing of the sport, but that's one of them. Obviously, the pandemic has a lot to do with it because people are caught up in life crisis. Some people are looking for a way to survive. So sports is pretty much the last thing on their mind. And I get that. However, sports has always historically been used as an escape from politics, from work, from whatever's going on. All those things, all those elements are showing up in sports, primarily in the NBA. And it's pissing people off. People don't want to watch basketball to hear basketball players act like they're attorneys. It's fine if basketball players want to speak on events, on current issues. It's fine. That's not what we're saying. That's not what I'm saying is my problem. My problem is it no longer feels like it's about basketball anymore. It feels like social engineering. And I'll be honest, my partner who I do this podcast with, he may feel completely differently. I personally believe that the Black Lives Matter propaganda being in partnership with the NBA is bad for business. There's a saying on the internet, it floats around. Once you go woke, you go broke. And all that means is there's no real power or change in gestures and slogans and painting an NBA court with Black Lives Matter on it. It's not enough. Again, I just want to reiterate, I don't care if people feel compelled to speak on issues. Me personally, I don't believe a lot of them are sincere. I believe a lot of them are being read scripts. A lot of them feel like they have to go along with it so they don't get called sellouts and racists. And, they're pretty much bullied into doing it. So I get that as well. However, compared to football, the NFL is crushing the NBA. Regular season games against mediocre NFL teams are destroying the NBA Finals this is the NBA's most important games all year. They waited. They brought the bubble back just for this. It's a bad look. Now, when you also think about who's playing, it's obviously the Lakers and the Miami Heat. Everybody anticipates the Lakers are going to win. Everybody predicts LeBron James is going to move up in, the NBA hierarchy, and, they can debate it out all fall long or all winter long about MJ versus LeBron. We already know that debate is over with. It ended after the 2011 NBA Finals. We know that Kobe passed earlier this year and the Lakers winning the championship is a great storyline. We get all that. And even just from a basketball perspective, the Miami Heat have lost 2 out of 3 of their best players for the series. I know Bam Adebayo is questionable to return for Game 4 tonight, but, who cares? Let's be real. We're not really expecting much. The best thing the NBA can do is allow the Miami Heat to win one more game and push this series to 6. Because if it had been a sweep, that would be such a weird and awkward way to end the NBA bubble. It would have left people dry. It's still going to leave people dry regardless. During the beginning of the bubble. I remember reporters asking basketball players basic questions. You know, an example, a reporter will say, "Oh, you guys really got out in transition in that third quarter. You know, you went on that 11-0 run. What really turned things around for you guys?" We really just want to get justice for Breonna Taylor. And here's the problem with that. That turns people off. Number one, to me, it comes off as insincere. Number two, we're not watching basketball to hear about that. I know a lot of people are like, "But somebody lost their life and we want to know about it." That's fine. Turn to Fox News. Turn to CNN. I don't want to turn to LeBron James. I don't want to turn to Draymond Green or whoever is speaking about it. They're not the people I want to hear from about it. Now, if you want to do that on your own time, that's completely fine. But why sabotage the sport? You know, there's always this rebuttal of, basketball players, entertainers, they're people too. Nobody ever said they weren't. We're saying they have a job to do. They're getting paid millions of dollars to do it. And we expect them to entertain. Just like if you work at Art Van, if you work at Starbucks, Kroger, Target. And I'm like, "Hey, how much is this granola bar?" "I'll tell you after we arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor." And I'm not trying to make light of it because, honestly, that's how it comes off to me when I'm watching basketball. It's like, are you serious right now? You're not serious right now. You get what I'm saying? So, the NBA is in trouble for next year. They're thinking about starting the season in January. That seems like a quick turnaround. Either way, you're still going to be competing with the NFL. Super Bowl is February. You're getting crushed by regular season games from teams, NFL teams that nobody is predicting to make the playoffs even. Don't even have a shot to win the Super Bowl. But you're getting crushed. So I do blame it on the pandemic, some of it, but I mostly blame it on the over-politicizing of the sport, which has taken away people's ability to escape politics and work and stressful things. It's taking that escape factor away from people. And you're shoving down a political organization. Everybody knows Black Lives Matter is just a branch under the Democratic Party. Everybody should know that. Okay, so when you play into politics, which is inherently divisive, now you're alienating people who are either apolitical or representing it, or they advocate for a different party, or they may advocate for that party, but they just don't want to hear about it when they're trying to watch some damn basketball with their sons. So that's just me. Everybody eats B. Peace.